Good afternoon. My name is José Miguel Garcia, and today we're going to discuss about the euthanasia. Well, what's euthanasia? Euthanasia is the practice of intentionally ending life to relieve pain and suffering. However, there is a different opinion about this practice, and today we're going to discuss about it.
Hi, my name is Andres. Euthanasia.
My name is Carlos Garcia, and I'm in favor of no, against euthanasia.
Okay, well, my posture is in favor of euthanasia because, the euthanasia is the main purpose of this is to stop a human being or a living being, for example, a pet or a relative which is in great pain. So with euthanasia, you can stop this great pain for this person or living being.
The reason that I'm against of the euthanasia is because first of all, euthanasia is against the religion and us as son of God. Uh, Killing ourselves by our decision is like a sin, a capital sin. So first of all, that is against the religion. And second of all, it could be treated in a bad way. I mean, maybe some people are trying to do that someone do euthanasia in a bad way because in the moment someone asks to be in the euthanasia, he isn't thinking very good because he's in illness, he's in pain and all that things. So he isn't thinking 100% himself.
Yes, I agree with what Andres said. Also, I'm against because, well, many people consider euthanasia as an act of mercy towards the one in pain or the one in a very bad sickness and which is in very suffer. However, based on that logic, that is not it's not feeling that it's only like something what we are lean on and we can let go. We are also, well, we can ignore that many people who are in coma, for example, are in that same situation, and not for that we are going to, well, just kill them because it's a burden to us. So I think it's very important to be clear about that.
Well, I think euthanasia should be practiced, a very common practice. I mean, it's legal in many countries, however, it's also illegal in other countries. But I mean, it should be legal because at first it's the person who which is ill and which is in great pain who decides whether he or she will submit to the euthanasia, or if not, it will be the relative which is in charge. And for example, I will say that euthanasia should be in favor because if you're in great pain and you have also not a very good economical situation, you could use the euthanasia as a resource to end the person's life, to end his pain or she or her pain. And also you could live and you can afford a living because you will not spend um, hospital money, and you will save that money for yourself.
Well, I think that thought is a little bit incongruent because, for example, if you have an unwanted son or a father which you have a good relationship and he's only a burden, it's not like you're allowed to kill it just for your financial stability's sake, you know? I mean, it's like a very thin line that we can't cross because at the end of the day, it's killing a person. So I don't think that's the matter. The economic matters.
Exactly, like you said, when someone is in coma or something like that, the parents or the person in charge of that person decides if he's getting the euthanasia. So who are you to choose if you are going to kill someone? You know, you are no one to choose if you are going to get euthanasia in some people. And well, that's a point. And second of all, like I said before, when someone is getting euthanasia, he isn't thinking 100%. So he's getting away of his liberty, and also it proved that the abortion that is that like another topic, because if you're letting someone to kill the euthanasia and all that, you're also letting to kill in the way of abortion.
Okay, at first, the thing you said about you're no one to allow to euthanasia or to set who could apply or who could not. I think that the euthanasia is at first it will be in some countries it's authorized by its own person and or by the relatives, for example, the father, the mother, the sons, in case there is a grandfather which is dying. And well, if the relatives are in favor of the euthanasia, why wouldn't even anyone else? I mean, for example, if I'm a third person in the matter, why my opinion should care? You know. And
Well,
also about the matter you said about that the person isn't thinking clearly because of its pain. I mean, it's you're right. It's not thinking clearly because of its pain. However, their children or their fathers, they are both parents, not fathers. They are so they can decide whether the patient will get the euthanasia or not. So I think that it should be a decision of the family, not about the state, because I mean the state is the one who legalizes it or not. And well, in the matter of abortion, I think that that's a totally different case about the euthanasia. Abortion doesn't have any, well, it does, but not exactly. So I think that we shouldn't compare it with abortion.
well, regarding to what you said about the relatives and the caring family regarding the sick patient or the one who's about to be treated with euthanasia, I think it's very important to consider that there are lots of cases where people try to murder their own families just for economic interest or I don't know to inherit a house or well many interests in common. So if we go if we go but by that logic, sorry, we are like saying that it's easy for those guys to murder their family just to get an income or something by their interest that belongs to that person and it's for some reason not allowed to them. So there could be conflict of interest in that case. So I don't think that's a good point.
Okay, okay. Regarding your explanation about the personal interest of the one who is applying the euthanasia, I agree with you in that part. However, I will say that there will be a personal investigation about the matter. For example, you can hire a lawyer or somebody to study the purpose of this euthanasia in order to be clear whether you're going to apply it for economical resources or your interests, or you're going to do it for a moral thing, for example, to end the person's pain or not to be suffering about it.
Okay, but who's getting the lawyer? The person is in coma. Here's a case in Poland. A man named Baroma Lopez. His son they signed the papers of euthanasia only about economic interests. When Baroma was in command, he never decided that he was going to get euthanasia. And you said that okay, maybe he's going to get a lawyer, but when? How he's in coma, so he can't. Okay, maybe he's in coma. What is if he's not okay with his mental illness? He's not 100% in liberty of his self-determination.
Okay, in your case, there's a
Sorry,
lot of
sorry, sorry. Well, I think for the time we can all agree that it's a very fit line, a very slim line, and we have to be very careful about to cross it and about to whether it's a good option or a bad option. Well, I think that will be all for today.
well, thank you for the hearing. Have a great day.
Uh, Thanks for listening
Bye.
to us and hope you